Purple Haze Jimi Hendrix Experience on the Jimi Hendrix official station for Mid-America. Hi there to Mike and to George from Lafayette, digging the sounds, to Keith from Hancock, to Randy from Plymouth, and everybody at Roosevelt High School tonight. It's 20 minutes until 8 o'clock. KSHE, much more music.
Heart is a rock and ready to roll.
I can dig it.
I got all the rock and roll you can eat.
This is Old Timers Week on KSHE Stereo 95.
I'm Prince Knight.
I'm Gary Bennett.
Going to St. Louis, too, April 28th.
Right now through July 27th. The next concert is tonight, by the way. Starts at 8:30. Features Janis Joplin along with Aorta. All concerts.
The new album by The Who, Who's Next? That's at 8 p.m. The entire album will be played here on KSHE. And the Rolling Stones are going to be in St. Louis Sunday, July 9th. Tickets are $5.50, $6, and $6.50. And stay tuned to KSHE for more details about that.
Monday, January 24th, Kiel Auditorium, 7 p.m., Deep Purple.
Going way back, as a matter of fact, a few years, one of the first times you were in St. Louis was for a KSHE Kite Fly.
Yes, it was. It was also one of the earliest really big shows that we did, so it's a strong memory even now. I can clearly remember that show, playing outdoors in the afternoon. And, of course, it was the beginning of a very long relationship with both the city and, of course, KSHE.
What did Dan Rather say? Do you remember? He said a radio station in St. Louis put on a free concert in the park, and they had a helicopter that did the footage, and then they showed the footage of the massive amount of people in the Forest Park, about 80 or 90,000.
Institution in St. Louis and
in the world.
And in the world, right? That's the way we see it.
Did you see the picture in the trades that KSHE 95 was spray painted on the Berlin Wall?
No, I didn't see
check
that.
this out, Shelley. This is great. This
KSHE
is great.
ticket window is now open.
Coming up next, the man who has willed his body to science. And as you might expect, they're contesting the will. J.C. Corcoran and the Morning Zoos.
Then from Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, we'll give away some concert tickets for their show while we're doing that.
On June 26th, Montrose will open up the show for the Straubs. And that's at the
I
Ambassador.
remind you, we're coming to you live just outside the Checker Dome in St. Louis, Missouri.
Hot. Sunday, March 13th, the Checker Dome. Budweiser and Contemporary present Sammy Hagar.
And Sammy.
This is a great rock and roll town and has been because KSHE's been around for so long.
It's KSHE's 34th
Is there ever
birthday
any
concert.
doubt who would play KSHE's 40th birthday show?
Ow!
Think red.
Of course, Kurt Cobain offered himself on Thursday, didn't find him until Friday.
And I would venture to say that the second Nirvana CD was better than the second Pearl Jam CD.
Hey, to prove that when it all comes down, it's all rock and roll. I used to say that on the air early in 67 and 68 because at the station then we were playing just about everything.
Right.
Anything, you know. And so sometimes I say, what are you playing that for, man? You know, or somebody would say, what about this over here? Or why don't you ever get light and play some acoustic music, man? You know?
This is the radio station. KSHE, Crestwood.
And the mobile unit of the St. Louis Hearing and Speech Center will be in operation today from 1 to 8 p.m. at the Village Square Shopping Center, North Lindbergh at Interstate 70 in Hazelwood, and free hearing test will be given. So if you had trouble listening to what I was saying, then possibly you ought to go out to the Village Square Shopping Center and listen up there. 7 minutes away from 11, it's at 11 o'clock. We have the Prince, and this is Sir Ed. Thanking you ever so much for being so kind and listening, things like that. Drive carefully.